camera shy. She's not starstruck. Like, she's sitting over with Thug, and Thug's like, you want to go up on stage? She's like, yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, bruh, it's just crazy that like the equation went the way that it did. Like, it was really the perfect storm. Like, from the whole water situation to Nemo being attached to Jack, and like him putting, you know, her in the same room with Jack, and now Jack's a superstar. So now when she see Jack, it's just Uncle Jack. Like,
right.
But that dude was just at the top of Forecastle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You see that?
Like,
No, I didn't see
oh,
like,
bro.
okay, so you had the Forecastle stage, and then you had the awning banner above the whole stage that said Forecastle. He made like an appearance on top of the banner on top of the stage. So there's the stage, and then your two risers that hold the banner, and your two big screens, right? He was on top of all that, like, like he was the Pope. Bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you know, something crazy.
Bro, it was nuts,
I couldn't
dog.
do no. That's too high for me.
That's too high for me, bro.
That's too high
He at the top, bro.
Look at him. Bing.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
That's the hardest.
Yeah. See, I could. So, all right.
He was harnessed.
Yeah. Okay.
He was harnessed. Yeah. He like it looked like his jacket.
Just free to
it looked like his jacket, but he was harnessed.
Yeah, he was
bro.
harnessed. Like, just in case.
Up there.
Yeah. Just
and it's like,
water.
You know, and with that, like, it's like, do you practice that? You can't practice it because people gonna see it. They're gonna be like, dang, that's gonna get around quick. So it's like, bro, you got one time.
Yeah.
Like, hey, get on out there. He probably was like,
yeah. When he got up, he was like, ah, shit. What am I doing?
Talking to town.
Now look. Okay. So look. So you're talking about Jack. So Jack's. What was your reception of the album,
bro? I love Jack.
Yeah, people.
No, I do too. I'm talking about the album.
I loved it.
Okay.
Like, bro, like
we were talking about this morning.
Yeah, like, bro, like, especially being from Louisville, like, bro, it really is something special to be from there and be witnessing that. Like, bro, he inspires me so much.
Yeah.
Like, I see him and like there's literally like no hate. Like, I genuinely love everything that's happening to him. Like, as far as that album, like, I've been like, as I get older, I have to like really not judge things on first listen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like to like listen, even with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I love the artsy stuff. But like that first half of the first half of the album,
I can't even talk about the Kendrick album, bro, because I still haven't finished it.
Bro, and look, and so that's the thing.
5 songs in, I just
first half of the album, I was like, huh. And we were coming off this like people hating on Jack's project. So I'm like, I hope we're not in this world of like we're gonna be let down by people.
Yeah.
And so like I'm listening to the first half of Kendrick's album and I'm like, it's different. Yeah. It's very, very different. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed. I had to work the next day, but I'll go to the gym in the mornings. So I was like, I'm gonna bump the second half in the gym. And that is the side that's like the shit.
Energy.
Yeah. And so but going back to the Jack album, I was like, when I listened to it the first time, I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I saw the hate and I was like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And so I just kept listening to it. And every time I listen to it now, bro, I'm like, I love it even more.
Yeah.
Like every single time I listen to it, I'm like, I'm learning more of the lines. I'm singing the lines and stuff. Like, to me, it's like, it is definitely not as good as his first album.
The one he came out
that's
with.
What they all say.
I love that.
That is a absolute classic.
And his Tiny Desk performance.
NPR.
Bro,
yes.
Yeah. Jack ain't missing, bro.
No, Jack is
Jack ain't missing.
I think Jack. I thought Jack was dope since I think the first actual legit project I actually listened to him was a Gazebo.
Is that with the black and white cover?
No, that's
Sweet Action.
That's the one with the it got the car in the
Gazebo is like it's got Eastern Parkway. I think that's the intro.
They got Tightrope on it.
Yeah.
Tightrope's my shit. Taylor.
Yeah,
Taylor
Sloob. Is Sloob on that type? No, that's
One. No, Sloob is on Waste of You.
Yeah. Shout out to Sloob.
So I always thought Jack was dope. I always tell people, bro, he can rap. You know what I'm saying? My only, and people always say I'm hating. I'm not hating, bro. I wasn't a fan of First Class. I just thought First Class wasn't. I hate nursery rhyme.
Well, I will say. When the song finally came out, the verse wasn't my favorite verse.
Yeah.
But then like I had to keep listening to it.
Yeah.
And like as I listened to it more, it kind of like sunk into the pocket of it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The song's gonna do numbers.
Oh yeah, it's glamorous.
Well, yeah, and in and of itself, it's a fun song.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
when it comes down, when Jack's 50, they're not going to be. I don't think people will be recalling "Glamorous" as his best hits. You know,
I mean, if they look, I mean, it's number one.
That's true.
So that's gonna matter. Yeah. Like they're gonna go back and I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. Like it's not. Like I don't think nothing. I think Jack is
and of course he loves the song. I guess I'm coming at it from an angle saying like, I'd like to say that I appreciate the stuff that might be more deep cut for him.
So
that might be things that even he would want to be recognized more so in the light of what Glamorous is doing.
Well, this is what I said. Nail Tech. When I said
Nail Tech.
Nail Tech was dope, but Nail Tech was the label was going to get what they want. I said Nail Tech was the one that they let him do first just to get it off because he wanted. It was Nail Tech was all over. Mm-hmm. Had C-Tez in the video, all type. It was.
They killed that.
That was the one that they said, Jack, what do you want to go with? He said, that's the one I want to go with. Yeah. It's all right. After that, you got to give us the radio joint.
Well, true. I don't think First Class was gonna be a single. I think that when it blew up on TikTok, that's when it was like,
but TikTok is a tool though.
Yo, for sure.
TikTok is kind of like.
You can test.
Exactly.
And Tyler, the creator, hates that people test.
But
like,
that's what
test.
It is. Like,
yeah,
I saw something. I don't know who this lady was. I don't know if she was what she did, but she made a TikTok, and it's even everything's a rollout now. Everything is nothing is not scripted. At least that's how I feel about most of the shit.
True.
So, but she made a TikTok saying that basically she wasn't saying it all, but she was writing or whatever, typing up, my label told me that I cannot post any of my music on TikTok, so I'm just making a TikTok talking about me not being able to post my music on TikTok. And I'm like, so they gave you the script. Like this, all it is just promotion because people are just gonna go check your shit out.
Yeah.
Because that's all it was for you to promote your music. But they told her she couldn't put it on TikTok, so she put up a TikTok saying that she can't put up a TikTok about them. And I'm just like, bro. So it's like, but that's what TikTok is. It's a tool. It's a tool people use to kind of test the waters and kind of see, okay, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? And it definitely did after the little snippet.
Yeah.
Because I mean, snippets. I mean, there's a lot of people who put out little snippets on Instagram.
Well, everybody loved the snippet.
Yeah,
you didn't even hear any like flack about it until the song came out. The actual
song came out. Yeah.
Like everybody was like, brother, when that came out, people literally went nuts over that snippet. Like you can't even scroll on TikTok without every single chick having that.
But that's what I'm saying. Glamorous. It worked. Like it
worked. Period.
Like Glamorous worked. So it's like I would hope that the sample would work again,
I don't think I've ever heard an album with more samples than that.
Oh, they went sample crazy.
Bro, it was like every song had a sample.
I wonder for this album, there was, in my opinion, an exponential growth of external producers
for sure.
on this record, right? And I'm wondering, I'm just gonna say it how I'm like thinking. I don't mean it like in any sort of negative connotation or whatever, but I wonder how many times his decision got trumped by someone who had more success.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
To where like maybe he wanted to do something else. And like, no, you just got to try it this way. When really I'm like, I'm not saying he shouldn't grow and try things. Yeah. That's like literally the name of the game. But I would hope. And I don't know, but I would hope at the end of the day, the way he's growing and the way he's trying things are on his natural call.
I think.
Does that make sense?
In a sense, because I feel like this album, I'm not going to say it got a rush, but I feel like they put more emphasis on it to get it out because he was so hot. He was so hot. And I think they know that. Just like last year, when he did something at the Derby, so it was almost one of the things. Okay, we can get this out around Derby time. He's the face of the city. He's going to do forcastle. We need to get it out before he's doing all this because that's just going to lead into album sales. He didn't hit the projection number that they had, But
God, he hit a huge number though.
He did.
110 first week, wasn't it?
Huge.
He did for sure. They had him projected like 180, 200. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from the interaction, the TikToks, the social media, the engagement. They're like, okay, look at how many people doing. Like they had Kendrick set for 600, based off just him announcing I'm coming back, posting the double disc.
That was pretty crazy. What did he do? What did he do?
He said he was coming back.
Well, I mean, but what numbers did he do?
He did 295.
Oh,
I think,
really?
Like
He did 100 M's the first night.
Yeah.
But
I think that was the highest ever.
Yeah. But the album projections, the label is gonna be like, okay, we're looking at these social engagement, looking at your social media. Projection wise, you're gonna be here. It's like with Future, they thought Future was gonna be like 170. Future did like 230.
Yeah.
Just because I thought the album was fucking amazing.
It was fire.
Yeah, I thought the Future was amazing. You know what I'm saying? But also people miss Future. I think people realize like, I kind of missed
like,
this stuff. You
with Future, it's almost With Future, you always thinking like, I don't think people are really like wondering if he'll ever step out of the things that he talks about.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just like, bro, he always delivers.
Yeah.
I think for Jack, when just by talking a bit more by the things we just said, I think Jack, they may have had some sort of like expedite on this record because he is doing a lot of stuff with New Balance and he's got that film roll. So you said people miss Future. Well, they know that they're gonna miss Jack because he's got a lot of other things on his plate right now.
Yeah.
So after this record, I mean, let's say I'm prophesizing now that he probably won't drop for another year and a half or two. You know what I'm saying?
Which might be good.
Exactly. And you create a market need.
Well, that and now he's coming off the back of a project that not everyone loved. So maybe he gets to really sit down and be like, I want to make an album that everybody's gonna love.
Yeah.
Like I'm hearing the feedback. Like I'm acting like I'm not hearing the feedback, but I hear the feedback.
You see it.
Oh yeah.
You see it. I mean, because all the blog sites that loved you, they all said.
I mean, bro, did you see Pitchfork?
They gave him like a 2.9.
Bro, they dogged him, bro.
Ridiculous.
I have never even seen a big blog like that ever publicly just come out and dog somebody.
What vendetta did he like? Knock somebody's chick there?
Honestly,
bro, that was crazy.
I'm gonna take
good for him if he did.
but just for like me, my first initial listen. I turn it on. I play Xbox, so I can turn on Spotify in the background.
You play Apex?
Nah, I play 2K.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm playing and I'm listening, and it's like nothing. The intro caught my eye, but then nothing really caught my eye until I got to Churchill Downs. But I've already heard it before. So, and I think I want to say the leak hurt a slight bit, but the leak didn't hurt enough for him to miss that 180. The leak hurt, but it didn't hurt. It's Drake. Even if I heard the leak, I'm gonna go back and listen to that motherfucker anyway. It's fucking Drake. You know
I say all in all on that record, it all in all got a thumbs up. I'm happy to see what it did for him because it only has pushed his career forward
for sure.
And in my opinion, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say in his opinion, we'd love to see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And you love to see it.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
No, hey, it's just interesting. The whole dialogue we've just had just comes behind like. People dogged on it like way too much.
Yeah,
and we're trying to understand where that happened.
So
because it shouldn't have gotten like that.
So it went. I have no problem. I had, like I said, no problem. People talking about the album. Where I was like, kind of like, okay, y'all starting to reach was the whole when he got carried across the mud, Churchill Downs, and then the whole Brandy situation with the Ray J. I'm like, bro, y'all doing too much, bro.
Yeah.
Like keep it strictly music. Y'all starting to reach like music wise. I understand. It just didn't hit you. You would expect something with Pharrell, like that's you got to knock that out the park, bro. Like whether he's producing, whether Pharrell's on it, that's supposed to be.
I didn't think it was a bad song.
It wasn't bad, but what I'm saying, it can't not be. I didn't think it was a bad song. That song was amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I got a Drake feature. He didn't rap his best, but Drake did his damage so good, it's like it's still a good song. It wasn't the best Jack verse, but it wasn't a bad verse neither.
I think that was one of the best Jack verses. I think that because what he really did was he kind of got in his Drake bag a little bit.
He did.
As far as like the storytelling aspect.
That's the chameleon in him. That's cool to see.
I love that. I feel the same way about my music.
That's his idol. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So artists are going to naturally
bring that
early
energy,
on.
Yeah.
Early on, they're not going to necessarily they're going to copy. Like they're just gonna just naturally I'm gonna mimic, like I'm just like Cole's a Nas Eminem fan, like some of his early records you can tell like okay, he's rapping like M, he's rapping like Nas. It's just that just is what it is. Like it happens when they're young, but hopefully and probably will over time. I think Jack's next project will be more along the lines of I want to say it'll give us kind of a feel of a gazebo mixed with That's What They All Say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he'll
and that's
get
what I'm
back to
saying.
his
He gonna
roots.
get back exactly. He
think
already
he'll get
moved
back
back
to
to
that.
Louisville.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
I think he'll
he's
get
back
to that.
where he
Yeah.
wants to be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And to me, I think his and I've even heard him talk about it in interviews and stuff. I think we'll see this thing where, this record, the majority, I feel like was more upbeat, like get up, like up there.
Yeah.
And I think, I'll find it or we'll post a link or something here. But he has an interview where he talks about like that 100 BPM, that 130, that's still, but it's a ride. It's not. It's not a slow song. It's a ride.
Yeah.
And I love to see him thrive in those pockets too. I think that's really what brought him up. And I think he's gonna want to gravitate back towards like a hybrid, like you just said. Yeah.
Bro, the
It's
album's
great.
good.
Yeah.
Like if you put it on around anybody, they not gonna not bop their head.
Oh, for sure. There's a word I can't think of the word, but its meaning is specifically around somebody putting a piece of art out and then it not getting this like high appreciation until the next generation.
Yeah.
Like, so it's obviously getting what it needs to propel his career forward for what he's doing now, but we might even find ourselves where a generation, the generation under us goes back and just is like,
That would
whoa.
not surprise me.
And I found that out through, and not to get all, but Picasso, Picasso in his time, people didn't really care too much about Picasso
they never
paintings.
do.
Yeah.
But look at it now.
Yeah.
They are,
I mean, bro,
through the
like,
roof.
I feel like Kendrick is Picasso.
All right.
I feel like.
He said, all right.
Listen, bro, because I
we can end
feel
this now.
like,
Hey,
bro, I'm
We
feeling.
can cut this off.
I'm really feeling like
we had a little tussle before the filming.
this man is.
It's all fun though. It's good
He's
fun.
giving us like these brush strokes that we've never seen before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, bro, it's like he's like, I'm done giving you music. I'm giving you experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not even about him being a rapper no more. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, I'm transcending that. He talked like the man, like I said, I grew up in church. Like my dad's a preacher. Like for me, maybe that's why that resonates so deep to me, because when he said that, like, bro, I had writer's block for 2 years and I just asked God to speak through me.
Yeah.
And this is God speaking right now.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's almost chilling, bro.
Yeah.
To think that like this man has literally like, and I'm not, like, bro, he said Kendrick is not your favorite. Cole is not your favorite.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
But he's just saying, like, I am mortal man, and like and we can all do this, but this is me channeling God. Like, we all have our own version of being able to do that. This is what Kendrick Lamar sounds like when he channels God.
And then personally, that kind of, I think why that record resonates, or any of the Kendrick records resonate with me so strongly, is because I have this kind of outlook on people where it's like, he's me and I'm him.
Yeah.
And actually we're each other, and me and him are each other.
Yeah.